Hello everyone. Today we're going to look at the algebra problem that was given during the first round of Singapore's Mathematical Olympiad in 2014. Let's get started by reading the question together. If ax plus by equals to 7, ax squared plus by squared equals 49, ax cubed plus by cubed equals 133, and ax to the fourth plus by to the fourth equals 406, find the value of 2014 times x plus y minus xy minus 100 times a plus b. Let's get started by writing down these identities. Now, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna try to see if they are similar. Like, these expressions appear to be very similar to each other except the powers of x and y. So, for example, I can convert this expression into an expression with x squared if I multiply both sides by x. Similarly, I can convert this into the expression with x cubed if I multiply by x, and so on. So let's do that. If I multiply this expression by x, it's going to become ax squared plus bxy equals 7x. If I multiply this expression by x, it's going to become ax cubed plus bxy squared equals 49x. And so on. If I multiply this one by x, that's what I'm going to get, right? Now, so they have same terms, right? So what can I do here is actually subtract the bottom equations from the top equations. And what I will end up getting is just by squared minus bxy. And if I factor out by, it's going to be equal to y minus x equals 49 minus 7x. And if I factor out 7, it's going to become 7 times 7 minus x. And I can do the same thing here, right? If I subtract, again, ax cubed cancels out. So it's just this, where I factor out by squared, which is y minus x equals, and these are both multiples of 7, so I factor out 7, it's going to become 19 minus 7x. And the same here, right? So ax to the fourth cancel out. I have by to the fourth minus bxy cubed. If I factor out by cubed, that's what I have. And again, multiple of 7, factor out 7, and that's what I end up with. Okay, let's call this equation 1, 2, and 3, right? And what we're gonna do now, we see that these parts are almost similar. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna actually take this equation 2, and divide it by equation 1. So what will happen is y minus x cancels out, b cancels out, and y squared divided by y is going to give me y. So I'm left with only y on this side, and here 7 and 7 cancels out, so I have 19 minus 7x divided by 7 minus x. And I will do exactly the same thing with these two equations, okay? So I divide equation 3 by equation 2, and again I will get y equals 58 minus 19x divided by 19 minus 7x, right? Because y minus x cancels out, y squared cancels out, leaving y here, bb cancels out. So y equals this. Now, I'm going to set these two equations equal to each other because both of them are equal to y, right? Now, here I have to go ahead and find what x is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just go ahead and cross multiply. Then I have 19 minus 7x squared equals 7 minus x times 58 minus 19x. So I just expand out the brackets, simplify things, and I end up with, for example, with this equation first, which is 30x squared minus 75x minus 45 equals 0. Or I divide both sides by 15, and that's what you will get. And now you can easily find x here, right? So we're gonna just use a quadratic formula, right? So here x1, 2 is gonna be equal to So this is minus 5, so it's 5 plus minus root minus 5 squared minus 4 times 2 times minus 3. And if you work out, that's what we have, meaning x1 is equals to 3 and x2 equals to minus 0.5. Now, since I know x1 and x2, I can use either one of those equations to find y1 and y2. Okay, so let's just use this one because it's simpler. Then my y1 comes out to be negative 0.5. I just plugged in x1 here instead of x. And my y2 comes out to be 3. So when x1 is 3, y1 is negative 0.5. When x2 is negative 0.5, this is 3, right? So these are kind of symmetrical. So here it really would not matter what I use, whether I use the first choice or the second choice, because this x1, x and y are just a mirror image of each other. Now we know x, we know y, right? But we do not know what a and b is. So what we're gonna do to find the a and b? Well, we have our equations, these equations, right? So I'm gonna just pick this first and the second equation, write it down, and I already know x and y, so I can plug them in here. If I plug x1 and y1, I'll get one set of equation, and if I plug x2, y2, I'm gonna get another set of equation. Okay. So let's start with this one. If I plug x1 equals 3 and y1 equals negative 0.5, this is what I have. So even though we are given 4 identities, I only need just 2, right? Because I have 2 unknowns, a and b. So I don't really need the rest of it. I mean, if I use them, I'm still gonna get the same answer. Well, so if we plug in x and y values, this becomes like this, right? Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go ahead and multiply the top equation by 3. So I have 9a minus 1.5b equals 21, right? So I multiply both sides by 3, and then I can subtract from the top or from the bottom, or the top or top the bottom, it doesn't really matter. So I will end up with 1.75b equals 28, okay? Or b is equals to 16. Well, if I know what b is, I can easily find a either plugging b here or here. Again, it doesn't really matter. Both of them are going to give me the same thing. So if I plug it in the first one, if I plug in 16 for b, what I get is a equals 5. Good. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing here. So I plug in x and y here. I get this set of equations. And in this case, I just multiply the bottom one by 2. So it becomes 0.5 plus 18b equals 98. And then I add them, and I find b to be equal to 5 and a to be equal to 16. Again, they're kind of a mirror images of each other, right? So now, but the question is not asking me to find x or y or a or b. It's asking me to find this. So we have to calculate 2014 x plus y minus xy minus 100 times a plus b. So now I know a, b, x and y, and a and b, right? So I can calculate this value here, which comes out to be 5,956. And if I do the same thing here, I get exactly the same value, 5,956. And that's the answer to this question. Yes, it looks a bit more involved, but yeah, so there might be other easy ways, but I can't see it right now. So, but this is one of the ways to solve this question. I hope, even though it was, tedious algebra to work through, it was clear to everyone. Thank you.